This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. It's time for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and as we talked about, we'll get into the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Instead of picking at the board, we are going to make our picks, how we think the teams of New England will do in 2018. So we'll start at the top once again with the Patriots in the playoffs, the number 1 seed in the AFC. It's Super Bowl or bust. Do you think they can do it?
I mean, yeah, I think they can absolutely make it to the Super Bowl. I think, if they don't make it there, it's absolutely a bust. And if they make it there and don't win,
it's still pretty
that's still a pretty big bust, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think the question is, who are they going to play in the Super Bowl? On the other side, it could be the Rams or the Eagles, maybe. I mean, I think
who do you? Okay, so it's Philly and Minnesota to get the top 2 seeds.
Right.
Do you think either of those teams? Obviously, Philly doesn't have their quarterback. Carson Wentz is down, and Minnesota, Case Keenum. But if they can win a couple games, they could be the first team to host the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl's in Minnesota this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean,
so that could be an interesting storyline.
Yeah, the Vikings have been good. I know their defense has been pretty solid as well. So, I mean, yeah, that would be a big surprise. I mean, I think the Vikings and the Rams have really, and I mean, really the Eagles as well. I mean, both of these teams have definitely played beyond what a lot of people expected for them. But, yeah, I mean, if it's in Minnesota with the Vikings, that would be
interesting. But the Patriots, they should get there.
Yeah.
If they don't, like you said, it's a
disappointment. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if they don't win another championship, I mean, I think the team is that good. I think they had some defensive problems early on, but for the most part, they fixed those.
Yes.
And I think Tom is starting to, score some touchdowns. That if they can just protect him, I think they'll be good.
That's the biggest thing. Protect him and Gronkowski. Don't get anybody hurt too bad. And then the Red Sox. We move over to their side of things, and with the offseason moves that have gone on for other teams, specifically the Yankees, and the lack of offseason moves by the Red Sox, I kind of got to think they're maybe the underdogs in the American League East right now. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, if they're going to win 93 games, it's going to have to be back on their pitching. They're going to have to lean on their pitching once again. And Chris Sale can't really fall off a cliff like he did at the end of last year. But yeah, I mean, as the team is right now, I think the Red Sox they're probably playing for a wild card. I mean, with the Yankees as good as they were, and they added Stanton, and they really didn't have to give up anything besides Castro.
Right.
But I mean, the Yankees absolutely right now with their pitching and offense, I see them as the AL East favorites.
Yeah, they got to be the favorites, and unless the Red Sox can sign somebody big, or like you said, their pitching's going to have to be lights out. They're fighting for a wild card. I agree. So for our final team, the Celtics, can they keep it up? We talked about them in the last segment, starting with 17 straight, still in the driver's seat, probably in the Eastern Conference. But we all already know Isaiah Thomas is coming back for the Cavs, and we've seen the Celtics not falter a little bit, but come back to earth. It's probably going to be Cavs and Celtics in the Eastern Conference. Can they win it and face the Warriors maybe in the finals?
Yeah, I think those are definitely the best teams. I think a team like the Pistons, or even at times the 76ers have been pretty good. But yeah, I definitely think Cavs, Celtics. It's going to be interesting with Isaiah Thomas coming back because like you said, he had a ton of possessions at the end of last year, and obviously playing with the King and LeBron James. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic of those two playing together.
Yeah, it's right, because LeBron James, he's the best player still. He doesn't need to have the ball all the time. He can rebound. He can play defense, obviously, very nicely. But you wonder how long it's going to take Isaiah Thomas to get incorporated into that system. We saw last year with Horford coming in. It took a while. And you just wonder if the Cavs are all of a sudden going to turn the switch on when they get a whole new dynamic, because a guy like Isaiah, he's not just a role player. He needs to have the ball.
Right.
So do you think the Celtics will pick anybody up? I mean, they've got some injured players, but do you think they go sign anyone for the stretch run?
I mean, I think, they could use another shooter as well as really a guy down low just to play defense, get rebounds. I think there hasn't really been any one clear-cut name. There have been a number of names tossed around. But I think they're definitely looking to add a piece to this team, not make a huge trade at this point. I don't think there's like that one superstar out there who's like on the market. But I think they're definitely going to be looking for somebody to sign, definitely.
Yeah, and as they say, after Christmas now, this is where the real season starts and into the new year. So got a little bit of basketball left. Don't forget, you can always check out our website, ycnnow.com, to watch replays or check local listings. And I'm going to be out next week, so Andrew, you're going to be holding down the fort. So thank you very much for doing that. And keep tabs on the show. We are hopefully going to be on location in a couple weeks in January. We're not sure. We're still working out the details, so we'll be on location for one of the shows. Thanks for watching YCN Sports Talk.